Just hang on a sec, because I might have a message for you. Yes, I'm back, folks. La 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 la. With another musical message. And today is actually from one of my favourite bands from since I was a teenager. And it's popped in. It's popped in my head. And it's been lingering around in there. So I think there might be some messages in there for you. So today's song is actually Carry On by Space Hog. And like I said, they're one of my faves. But yeah, I think there might be a few messages in with that one. And confirmation, thank you. But yeah, I think some of them might overlap a little. But they seem to sort of all be along the same sort of lines. But I think one of the main messages I think that's coming through is going to be for those maybe in toxic connections or toxic relationships. Because it goes on quite a bit about um, like things being like damaged and horrid and sort of hinting at um, poor treatment and even maybe some abuse for some of you. Um, and sort of in the back of your mind, you sort of know that you don't really like what's going on and what's happening to you, but I suppose for some of you, because you love this person, um, you just sort of put up with it when you shouldn't. And then for others, it could be a case of um, it goes on about being you're the best thing I'm ever going to have. So you sort of, there might be some issues with, like self confidence or self esteem, where you sort of put up with stuff because you don't think you're going to be able to find anything better out there. So you think that you sort of, you've got to like it and lump it, sort of thing. Um, so yeah, that might be for some of you. But you should never settle, folks. And especially not for something where you could be getting like tortured and abused and used and basically treated like shit. There's always going to be something else better out there. So stop lying to yourselves. Basically, stop telling yourself that that you're not worth more, because you always are worth more. You've just got to see it for yourselves and have the courage to stop putting up with shitty behaviour from people. Um, I mean, for others, it could be along the same sort of lines, but it could be a case of that you may have already been not damaged. I don't really want to say that because that sounds a bit shit, but it could be a case of you'd already got some sort of past issues and trauma um, that you hadn't really dealt with before you got into this connection. Um, so that could be interfering with, well, your judgments and how you feel like on the inside about yourself. Again, with like feelings of low self confidence, low self worth. And then this person who you're in a connection with knows that, and they're using it as a tool to sort of get their own way and keep you sort of stuck, or hold you back from doing the things that you want to do. So again, don't let people shit on you, basically, um, to keep you sort of lower down than you need to be. Because I mean, the song goes on about like, you've got like this shitty behaviour, um, and this person thinks that there's some sort of guardian and sent from up above sort of thing. But like, you just you don't feel that you can do any better. So then it's just like, well, take my hand and carry on doing it, because that's all I'm worth, and that's sort of all I've got going for me. But that's not always the case, folks. It's not always the case. Sometimes you're just lying to yourselves, as I said, and sometimes, a lot of the times, that's just sort of fear talking to you, the lying bastard. It's fear in the back of your mind telling you, oh, all your shit, you can't do any better. You're never going to find anything better. So you might as well just grin and bear it. But like I said, that's not always the case. Sometimes it just needs you um, standing up for yourself and making making a stand and holding your ground and saying, enough is enough, and I am going to go out there and find better and do better for myself. But the line that stuck out as well was the "You're not the only one I love," and I think for some of you that could be to do with self love and learning how to love yourself and put yourself first, and those sorts of things. But I think there could be a small number of you as well where um, there might be someone else involved. It could be that this person's really has feelings for somebody else, um, but they don't sort of believe in themselves, so they're just settling and and sticking with the sort of safer option. But yeah, I think that's mainly the messages that are coming through with that one. Yeah. Um. Well, because it was to do with like love and that again. I know you're all saying, "Oh, Mumble, why is all your messages to do with love?" But love is the foundation of a lot of things, people. So, and I'm all about the love. So that's why love seems to come through a lot, I think. But yeah, but because it was to do with love, I thought I'd go with the Mystic uh, Red Rose Oracle because a lot of that seems to do with love and stuff. Oh, mind you, I've just thought as well. This could be another. This could be another twin flame thing as well. Another twin flame reading, perhaps. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what comes out anyway. See if anything else comes out to add to any of the messages. But yeah, as usual, if nothing sort of made sense so far, then maybe something will come out in the card pull. There's definitely some. Oh, that one. That one's poking out, so take that one. Ooh. So the card that came out is engagement ring. And this one's to do with higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union, and completion. So it could be that some of you are looking for more of a higher commitment. I mean, you could already be in um, commitments like engagements or even married. Um, but it's like a higher commitment on another level where you're sort of safe and secure in getting all the things that you really want out of a connection, and the sort of the real love and the real um the real thing, rather than something that's just sort of fake at the end of the day. I mean, for some of you, it could be that you're sort of living in a sort of fantasy land where you keep telling yourself that everything's fine and everything's going as planned, but really everything's sort of going to shit, and you're just telling yourself and telling the world that everything's okay. Oh yeah, things are gonna get better. Yeah, people are gonna change. And, sometimes people don't change, and it's you that needs to change or make the change. So yeah, that could be the message to some of you, but it's definitely fitting in with the whole relationship and connection. But it means, like it says, completion. So maybe there's a cycle that's coming to completion, and perhaps it's just time. Sometimes cycles have to end, sometimes other things have to end so that other things can begin. So perhaps if this is to do with a toxic relationship or a toxic connection, then maybe once this has come to completion, then this is what's going to be coming in afterwards, which is going to be basically like a higher love and a more solid foundation, a more solid um, commitment, and something that's going to be lasting because it says about like eternity and that on there. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. But I hope that helps, folks, and carry on as you were. And I hope you get it sorted because, everyone deserves real love at the end of the day, and you should never settle for anything less than you deserve. So that's some food for thought, and take care.